Now there is another continent we haven't touched yet. Let's go to have a look at Peru.
The long-lasting partnership between Switzerland and Peru started in 1964 when a shipment of bulls, pregnant cows and goats, a dozen each, arrived on the shores of Lima. To this day, Andino milk and Tilsit cheese are the epitome of Switzerland for many Peruvians. At first, the Swiss experts were mandated to transfer know-how from the industrialized world to what was once called a country of the Third World. The 1970s brought a change to the Swiss-Peruvian cooperation. The experiences of the early years showed that it was important to involve socio-economic aspects in technology and knowledge transfer. When the new government shared out the land among peasants in 1969, Swiss projects helped cooperatives and farmer communities adapt to land ownership. During this period, SDC achieved concrete results in agronomic research on sustainable agriculture and the development of social forestry. The 1980s saw the introduction of yet another outstanding Swiss program, the Potato Project. It mainly benefited small farmers living in poverty in the most remote areas of the country. Furthermore, alternatives for the rational use and renewal of natural resources in the Amazon rainforest were identified. And together with local partners, Switzerland supported and advised small and micro businesses in cities where unemployment and social problems were rife. Access to safe drinking water and sanitation is essential for a life with dignity and respect for human rights. In 2000, Switzerland decided to support the Peruvian government and other sanitation agencies to address this challenge. The program gradually extended to 14 regions, where the model was replicated. In the end, it even served as the basis for Peru's national rural water and sanitation policy. SDC also accompanied Peru on its way to democracy. It increased its support in areas such as defending human rights and promoting decentralization. Other SDC projects focus on advocacy and democratic governance, which also include state decentralization and transferring more power to local authorities. One of the priorities was protecting human rights and strengthening justice at the municipal level. Hundreds of thousands of rural inhabitants have since benefited from easier access to justice. In 2012, SDC started to focus on managing global risks and challenges. Its programs and projects range from environmental protection, preserving biodiversity, climate change adaptation, and mitigation to disaster risk reduction. The Andes region and the Caribbean are highly vulnerable to natural and man-made disasters, as well as climate change, which made SDC set up a regional hub for disaster risk reduction and rapid response in Lima in 2018. When devastating forest fires swept through the Amazon basin in 2019, Switzerland created an interactive map that combined NASA data with data from the Bolivian authorities. Hourly updates of this map provided the local authorities with an accurate picture of the positions and developments of the fires. The fire tracking tool allowed rescue teams to precisely target and carry out their firefighting operations.
Let's
move to Lima, the capital of Peru we just saw in the video, and let's say hello to Rafael Millán Garcia, or should I say, hola Rafael, are you there?
Yes, Nicoleta, hola.
Hola, bienvenido aquí en Berna.
Thank you.
Rafael, you are Regional Program Officer at the Swiss Embassy in Lima. We have just seen and heard from wildfires in the region some time ago and the work done by the Disaster Risk Reduction Hub, DDR. So how do I have to imagine it? When a disaster happens in the region, a wildfire or an earthquake, what happens inside this hub, this DDR?
Yes, as you watch in the video, the forest fires are one example of how region is exposed to natural hazards. Even I can mention floods, volcanic eruptions, landslides, cold. The hub in Lima contributes to reduce the poverty levels and increase the resilience of the most vulnerable people based on 3 lines of actions. The first line of action is to promote the political dialogue to assume a preventive role. The second is to capitalize all the previous experience of the SDC, because SDC has a long trajectory in these issues. And the third is the rapid response through a group that assess damages, needs, and also propose rapid action measures.
We saw in the video climate change with all its negative effects is a big issue in Latin America, and one of the main problems that come with this climate change, and that is very well known in your continent, is air pollution. But there are solutions. Let's see the video.
Air pollution is a global challenge affecting over 90% of the global population. Transport is one of the main contributors to the problem. Air pollution concerns us all. Each and every one of us breathes 10,000 to 15,000 liters of air every day. And what is in the air we breathe matters. What does air pollution mean for human health?
The combustion of fossil fuels is a key source of toxic gases and particles in the air. Ambient air pollution from traffic, power plants, industries, trash, wood, coal burning, they cause health problems and ultimately reduce life expectancy due to diseases of the heart, the lung, diabetes, and many more. The global disease burden attributable to ambient air pollution is very large. We talk about some 4 million deaths per year that could be prevented with clean air policies. Poor neighborhoods close to dirty highways and industries and low-income countries in Asia, Africa, South America, they are much more affected. Their governments, they do not adopt clean air policies, and in addition, the global north ships old technology, outdated diesel engines and very dirty fuel to the global south. This must change. We need globalized, science-based emission and air quality standards to protect health and the climate everywhere.
Air pollution not only affects health, it also has an important impact on climate change.
Air pollution and climate change are really 2 challenges that can and should be tackled together. And the transport sector is a great illustration of that, being not only one of the major emitters of greenhouse gas emissions, first and foremost CO2, but also one of the main emitters of air pollutants, such as fine particulate matter, which is particularly harmful to human health. So what can we do about it? To take the example of the transport and construction machinery sectors, there are technical solutions that can greatly reduce the amount of harmful air pollutants emitted by diesel engines, such as particle filters. And Switzerland was one of the pioneers in introducing this technology, which is still not used at the scale we need around the world. At the same time, there are other more transformative and newer technologies that can not only drastically reduce air pollutants, but also greenhouse gas emissions, such as electric buses run on renewable energy. The challenge then is to put in place the right policies to take those solutions to scale.
SDC, together with its implementing partner Swiss Contact, is taking up this challenge.
Through SDC's Climate and Clean Air program in Latin America cities, we support national and municipal authorities in designing and implementing policies that can durably reduce air pollution from public transport and from construction machinery with the support of Swiss experts. Tackling air pollution is essential for addressing and reaching the Sustainable Development Goals. The good news is that we do have the technology, tools and know-how in order to make a difference. As many countries face the same challenges, exchanging experiences is actually an important lever in order to accelerate change. That's why we do support the Climate and Clean Air Coalition, which brings together governments, international organizations and NGOs to jointly work on solutions that address and tackle climate change and air pollution.
Rafael, back to you. In Lima, air pollution is an important problem in Latin America. We have seen it in the video. We have also seen the work the SDC is doing in fighting air pollution. Is this a problem that the SDC is taking seriously since a long time, or is it something newer?
Yeah, it's definitely not something new. SDC has been a very active cooperation agency in the region, working to improve the air quality in Latin America for more than 20 years, in close coordination with government authorities. The fact is that improving air quality is a long-term endeavor, really requires sustained efforts. Through the years, SDC work has evolved from a bilateral approach to a regional multi-country approach that is also connected to the global level with a strong focus in technical assistance.
Rafael, there is a big project called Calac Plus. Just shortly, what does this name stand for?
Yes, the meaning of Calac Plus is climate and clean air in Latin American cities. This is because we work with the main capitals of 4 countries. We work with Santiago de Chile, Lima, Bogota, and Mexico City.
And what exactly are you trying to achieve with the program Calac Plus?
Yeah, the main goal of Calac Plus is in its 2 phases: is reduce to harmful air pollutants and greenhouse gases in the major Latin American cities by deploying the clean, soot-free engine technologies and other pollutants in urban public transport and non-road mobile machinery to protect human health and mitigate climate change.
We have seen those pictures in the video about these bus fleets. So is this something, you change the buses that cruise through the cities?
Yes, we work together with the cities to improve the bus fleets, to improve the quality and technology, and also work with this yellow machinery to pollute a lot in the cities.
Now let's see what the political side has to say about this. We have a video.
Switzerland and Chile share the same climate ambition of carbon neutrality. Our country has set itself the target of reducing its CO2 emissions by 30% and its black carbon emission by 25% by 2030. This is why the relevance of the Swiss agency support through the Climate and Air Clean in Ciudades de América Latina program to advance in Chile's NDC compliance goals through studies of electromobility in buses, particle number measurements in vehicles with filters, cost-benefit analysis tools, support in the implementation of filters in machinery, and many other measures that contribute to the reduction of CO2 and black carbon emission from transport and machinery. So we are very pleased to be able to continue this collaboration until 2024.
The international technical cooperation has been a primary element of understanding and has become important in impacting the improvement of quality of life. We must also highlight the Calac has been crucial to help to our institution in the development of electric bus. We appreciate the support of all the actors involved on behalf of the Swiss Corporation that have given us technical assistance to develop this important project that allows us to benefit 11 million people.
So these are the reactions from the political side. Now, we had a question regarding Peru, but I think that is a question that we shall ask Patrizia Danzi the moment she will be on our stage. A mí no me queda que decirte adiós. Thank you, Rafael. Have a nice day in Lima and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, sir.
Adiós, Rafael, und hola, Billy.